Well, I had quite the aha moment recently. I consider myself very, very, very willing to go anywhere, to meet anything, so I can liberate myself from whatever is holding me back from fully being the divine that I am in, not that I mean, I cannot not be it, but experiencing it. So I was sharing one of my poems in a little group where there's also a spiritual guide, we can call it, somebody who's definitely fully embodied in it and lives that love, lives that presence, lives that I am very, very beautifully. So I shared my poem called I Am Willing. And I have shared that poem here once on a YouTube. I will post it here. And then he says, "Wow, Pernilla, yeah, you're very, very willing, very willing. But do you think you need to be willing to experience all that in order to be free?" And all that, you will hear it in the poem. And it was one of those jaw-dropping ahas because I realized that there was actually a part of me that was hiding in the being willing and going into experiencing, expressing, except for one little thing. And that is actually willing to feel loved, to feel fully loved in whatever way, by the divine, by friends, well, by my cats, it's good, it's safe, by family, by partner, anything to be fully loved and experience that. So when he said that, it was really like such a big aha moment because I could see that I had been focusing there more than on the love. And as I'm sure all of us have experienced, we have opened to love, we have surrendered to love, whether it's with the divine or a partner or anything, anyone. And then most of us have had some dire consequences, some unbelievably painful experiences after that. Whether, it ended, yeah, well, it probably ended in ways that did not quite match the experience we had when it was happening. So, of course, I've had those too. And the biggest one was when I had my big spiritual opening when I lived in Denmark in, I think it was 87, for many months, 2 or 3 months. And then it went away in a way that I almost couldn't live with the contrast of being fully love itself, being fully loved. And then suddenly it changed, it went away. And instead I had a really, really serious hell experience. So I was like, not for me. And it took me literally years to be able to feel safe enough to start feeling love again. It was very traumatic. And then, a few relationships where I fully opened up to love and got smashed in whatever way that looked. So part of me, even though I feel my heart, I love people, I love life, there was like, I'll go this far. And that's about it. So when he said that, it was really like, wow. And to fully be seen as love, where a number of times when I'm just my loving self, it's being misunderstood. as it means an invitation for something that it is not. I've been through that a number of times. So I have really learned to protect myself and just feel the love where it's safe, where I don't have to, get too close, either emotionally or spiritually, because it was totally related to God too. So my question is, can you relate to that? I'm not sharing any of my, my personal experiences here, just to experience, to express it. Although I do believe it's helpful for me and liberating to just get it out, so it's not hiding. Because when we're hiding something, we are blocking our energy for the flow. So sharing it here, it is of course maybe a way of giving all of us permission to take a look at that in ourselves, if we can relate to it, and also if it is something that we want to continue to do, and if there is something in us that wants to do it differently. Are you willing? I mean, really, it is, am I willing to feel that fear of being fully loved in whatever dimension and form and shape? Am I willing? And when I saw that recently, there was like, I'm totally done with that. I'm willing. I'm just willing. And of course, the safety in that, for me at least, is that I have realized that I am loved. That was the huge opening many years ago. So I know that, but I don't know it consciously on all levels. So the level here that's been holding out, that that is where I am bringing my awareness now with a it's kind of a sweet willingness. If it's going to, I'm willing to feel that, that pain, like it doesn't come with that same sweetness. But when I talk about feeling loved, there's really a sweetness in it. It's like, yes. It's like, yeah, I don't want all that other stuff anymore. If I have to go into a layer, which is the fear, the layer of fear, to feel loved again, I'm willing. But I want to feel loved again. I want to feel that I am love again, not just in my own privacy, in my meditations, where it feels really safe, but I want to really feel and allow that expression to come through. And it is really, really sweet. It's a really good idea, though, to start that out in a place where it is safe, which it certainly was when that little experience happened very recently. It felt totally safe to see that in myself, and then a moment later actually be seen as love. And it is scary in this world. I totally understand why I have held back. I totally understand why others have held back. And the invitation is, of course, to all of us. Can we start opening up to that love again and be seen as that? Being seen as that, or witnessed as that, like I was here, and like I have had that happen other times for sure. But it was, short-lived. I would pull back again. But to be seen as that, I've always found that is so powerful and empowering, and also like a permission, a safe place permission to be seen as the love that we are, and we keep shutting it down. I have done it. We do it to a certain extent. I will not say that I have completely shut down and, lived in a basement somewhere. But the parts, the layer that has still shut down. You know, maybe I've opened up 10 layers and maybe this is the next and maybe there are no more. If I really stay with this one and feel fully committed to it, feeling fully, fully willing. And you know how I've talked about being willing when we really know what we want and feel that longing as the most important thing, then the game is over. Then it's just a matter of time and this coming back and coming back. So I feel a very deep willingness now, a deep longing and a willingness to follow that longing through this layer that has just revealed itself. So I can be seen as love without having to shrink back. I think that's been part of it. So here I am again, exposing some parts of myself. You know, it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. And I hope it resonates with you to maybe take a look, you know, is this also your truth? And do you want to stay there? It's certainly a choice. Or do you feel like, you know, maybe I want to be seen in who I am and stop pretending that I am not love. And that's why I think self-love is very, very important because you're giving yourself the medicine that you're longing for, layer after layer after layer. I cannot say that loving myself one time has been enough. It's an ongoing process. And the longing for what we truly want, which is, of course, ourselves, under all these layers, we find out that I'm actually longing for myself and I am love. So why would I hide that? Okay, the why in my case, I just shared at the beginning of this video, and you can find out why you have been doing it if you have. And again, please like and share and subscribe and comment. I really enjoy reading your comments. It just feels like, you know, we're doing this together and it's not just me sitting here in front of my computer recording before I upload it. It makes it more real and I love that interaction. So if I can say anything, you know, permission granted for both you and I to be love, to be loved, and to be seen as love. Thank you.